Hello guys, let's start with the warm-up today, all right? What we're gonna need for this is a chair to sit down in and an open floor space to walk around in, okay? So get those two things ready. We're gonna have a seat in our chair and kind of scoot your butts up towards the center of the seat. And sit up real tall. Stick your chest out, please. Grab your wrists like me and raise your arms up over your head like this and hold it. Feel that stretch in your back. Bring your hands back down to your stomach. Let's go back up. Hold it. Nice and tall here. And then back down to your stomach. Now let's go back up and down quickly. Good. Sitting up real tall here. Okay. Now we stay up here at the top. And we're gonna bend over left and right at the waist, stretching our sides out, okay? Go ahead and feel that stretch across your rib cage here. Very good. Six. Okay, now back up to the center and sit up tall, sticking your chest out. Turn your body from left to right, twisting your chest. Twist your chest more than your arms. Good. All right, arms down. Now, we're gonna, again, sit up real tall, but roll your shoulders in forwards circles like this, okay? Let's begin. Good. Good movement of the shoulders and the shoulder blades and the collarbones. Nice. Now, go backwards with the shoulders. Backwards circles. Good. All right. Now, stop right there. We're gonna scooch our butts back into the chairs now, all the way deeply. And we're gonna kick our right leg out straight, like this, okay? Getting that knee fully extended and trying to flex this muscle on top, right here. Let's just go ahead and hold that right there. And put it down. Do the left leg. Same way. This makes me feel like I have a stretch right behind my knee. Good, put it down. Do the right leg. And down, left leg. Down, right leg. Now let's pump the gas pedal with our ankle like this a couple times. Okay, put it down, do the left leg. And pump it. All right, and stop. Now, we're all gonna go ahead and stand up, okay? Stand up, clear out your chair so it's out of the way. And we need to make sure that we have a nice clear area here to move around in, all right? So double check the floor and make sure that there's no rugs down there or dumbbells or anything that can trip you up, okay? We're gonna crouch down with our knees bent, hands out like this, And we're gonna sidestep across the room until we get to the other end of the room and come back, all right? Deliberately picking up our feet so that we don't trip on our toes, all right? Let's do this for 45 seconds. Get ready, get set, and begin. Very good. Pick those toes up. Keep your knees bent a little bit. Almost done, guys. And come back to the center of the room. Very good. Next, we're gonna be turning in circles, okay? It's important to be confident spinning in a circle without falling down. And one thing that helps us do that is when we look at something across the room and we find it with our eyes every time that we're spinning. So find something that you can look at across the room by the video screen that you can try to find with your eyes and turn clockwise and then counterclockwise, all right? Let's begin. Ready, set, begin. Good. Keep your eyes on that target as long as you can and as soon as you can. Okay, let's give ourselves one more and we'll come to a stop right there. Very good. Now, next, we're gonna be doing what I call one-sided jumping jacks. And that's where I start off with my feet together and my hands to my side, like so. And I step out to the side and I raise my arm up so I look like that. I come back to the middle and I do the other side. And I just bounce back and forth between these two, all right? With a big step and a big reach, all right? Let's do these for 45 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Very good. Big reach and a big step. Good. This is getting our heart rate up. And stop. Well done. Couple more stretches here, all right? Go ahead and interlock your fingers together like this, all right? I'd like you to push your palms out and then raise your arms up over your head so you're standing tall like this, okay? Let's hold this stretch here for 45 seconds and begin. Take a moment right now to breathe deeply, breathing in all the way and then exhaling nice and slowly. Good, go ahead and bring your arms down. Now next, we're gonna bend over at the waist with our knees straight and trying to touch our toes like this, okay? Let's go ahead and bend over here, 45 seconds, and begin. Let your arms just dangle down with gravity. Let your head dangle down with gravity. You should be feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, behind your knees, and your lower back. All right, good. Come on up, guys. That concludes the warm-up. Let's get ready for more exercise with the next video. All right, welcome, guys. For today's exercise session, we're gonna need a wall to push up against and a pair of dumbbells, okay? I've got my dumbbells set up right there, and I've got a wall right here, but this is a dance studio that has mirrors on it, and it's got a bar on there. A standard flat wall will work perfectly fine for you. For the first exercise, we're gonna put our hands up against the wall. I'm gonna put mine down on the bar here, but you guys put them up there, and walk your feet back. So you're leaning up against it like so. Now, you're gonna lift up your left hand off of the bar or the wall and your right foot and hold it for a moment, and then you put them both back together and you do the other side and hold it for a moment and come back. I would say hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, okay? But it's the opposite hand and leg that lift off, okay? All right, well, let's do this for 45 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Good. Keeping a nice, tight stomach and core. And we're making sure that our feet aren't walking back towards the wall with each step we take. We gotta keep them far away from the wall. And stop. We'll take a short little break and we're gonna do one more round, okay? This is a great exercise for our stomach and our core muscles around here, okay? Very good. Let's do one more round of 45 seconds, all right? Hands on the wall. Walk your feet back, starting now. And stop. Well done. Now, next, we're gonna have our hands on the wall, kind of leaned up against it like we just were. But now, we keep our hands on the wall and we bring our knees up towards our chest like we're marching in place, like this. Okay? This is the exercise. And I will say, I see a lot of people, when they do this, they end up with their feet very close to the wall, and they end up like this. So try to make sure that every time you take your step, that you put it back far away from the wall. We're going to do this for 45 seconds. All right, guys, get ready. Get set. And begin. Very good. Get those knees up high. Good. And stop and rest. I'm going to take about 10 seconds off and do one more round of that. All right, very good. One more round of 45 seconds. All right, walk your feet back. Here we go. Ready, set, begin. And stop. Great job. All right, next, let's do something to improve our rotation in our trunk, okay? We're gonna use the wall. We're still leaning up against it like we did the last two exercises, but this time, I'm taking one of my hands off of the wall and I'm rotating back all the way there, and I come back to the wall and I do the other side like that. You'll notice that my head is rotating with my hand. I'm looking wherever my hand is pointing. Okay? We're gonna do it back and forth at your own pace for 45 seconds. All right? Get ready. Get set. Begin. Good. Get a full rotation. And stop. Whew. Felt that right in here, right in my ribs. That's good. We're gonna do one more round of those. All right, hands back on the wall and get ready to do 45 more seconds. I walk my feet back and I'm in position. Ready, set, begin. and stop. All right, we're all done with the wall, all right? For the next 2 exercises, we need a pair of dumbbells. So go grab your dumbbells right now. Now that we've gathered our dumbbells, we're gonna hold them up like this with our elbows at 90 degrees, all right? Keeping our elbows bent at 90 degrees, we're gonna open and close our palms up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. We're gonna do this for 45 seconds. Get ready, get set, begin. Very good. This is good for our forearms and our wrist strength. And we're gonna stop right there. Well done. Feel that right around here, right, guys? Very good. We're gonna do one more round of those, okay? All right, dumbbells up. 45 more seconds, guys. Ready, set, begin. Good. Good. That's enough. Let's put our dumbbells down. We're done with both of our dumbbells. We want to keep one dumbbell, but put one dumbbell away someplace safe. Now, what we're gonna do is hold that dumbbell in your left hand and take a step forward with your right foot so you end up looking like this. All right? We're gonna bend that right knee with the dumbbell dangling down here like that. We pull that dumbbell up towards our armpit like this, okay? Up and down, finishing with this elbow up high. All right? 12 times. Ready, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Stop. Switch hands and put it in your right hand. Step forward with your left foot. Bend that left knee. All right, we're doing 12 times with this right arm. Ready, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. We got to do one more round on each side. So switch it over to your left hand, please. we're gonna take a step forward with the right foot, bending the right knee. Here we go, 12 times. Ready, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And finally switch it back to the right hand. Step forward with your left foot. And bend that left knee. And we're gonna pull 12 times. Ready, set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done, guys. All right, welcome, guys. Let's do some balance and coordination exercises. What we're gonna need today is a nice, sturdy, firm chair and an open floor space to move around in, okay? So let's go ahead and get behind our chair and stand up. We're gonna place one of our hands just nice and lightly on the back of the chair like this. And we're gonna stand with one knee up high like this, like a flamingo, all right? 30 seconds. Get ready, get set, and begin. Good. Keep your eyes focused on one thing, all right? Don't be looking around the room. And bring your foot down. Well done. Now, we're gonna do the other leg, all right? Other knee is gonna come up and we're just gonna stand on that leg. Ready, set, and begin. Very good, bring your leg down. Now next, I want you guys to bring your feet nice and close together, okay? You're gonna close your left eye, so I'm only looking out my right eye, okay? We're gonna stand like that for 30 seconds, okay? Go ahead and close your left eye and begin. Good, now that you've been there, now I want you to use that right eye to look at something far across the room. And now I want you to look at something very close to you, like the floor. And now look at something far away. And now open your eyes. Well done. Do the same thing by closing your right eye, okay? We're gonna close our right eye and begin. Good, now look at something far across the room. Now look at the floor in front. And now look at something far. And stop. All right, next, We definitely want to make sure that we are next to our chair just in case we need to grab onto it if we fall. We're going to be standing with our feet together and closing our eyes at the same time, okay? So both of our eyes are closed. We're going to do that for 30 seconds, okay? Get ready, get set, and begin. Very good. Open your eyes. All right. Now, next, we're going to have our feet nice and close together again. And this time, we're going to take our hand and reach across our body real far this away and then real far this away. Reaching as far to the left as we can and as far to the right as we can, okay? We're going to do that for 30 seconds, alternating. All right? Ready, set, begin. And stop. Very well done. We're going to do that one more time. Remember, when we do this, reaching, we're not bending over and hunching over like this. We are just simply reaching kind of upright all the way to one side, all right? So don't lean over at the waist. All right, 30 more seconds each way in an alternating fashion. Ready? Set, begin. And stop. All right, so now we're still standing behind our chair and we're gonna do something with our feet this time, okay? We're gonna be taking a cross step across our body and bouncing back, okay? I cross around and I bounce right back. It's almost like I'm catching myself from stumbling. I go there and I bounce right back, okay? We're going to do this in an alternating fashion for 1 minute, all right? So get ready, guys. Get set and begin. Good. Catch yourself and bounce right back. Good. And come on back to the center. Now next, we're gonna need to clear out our chair and have a nice wide open area. So let's go ahead and move our chair, please. And we come back into our room, we take a quick scan of the floor and make sure that there's nothing on the floor that's going to trip us up. All right? What we're going to do is we're going to start on one side of the room, and we're going to walk to the other side of the room, walking heel to toe, like we're walking on a tightrope like this, okay? And then once we get to the other end of the room, we are going to walk backwards to where we began. When we walk backwards, we're just walking backwards normally. We're not walking heel to toe backwards because that's a little too dangerous. We're only walking heel to toe when we go forwards. All right? Let's do this for 1 minute. All right? You guys ready? Set and begin. Good. Walk that tightrope. And you guys are going to do this at your own pace. Very good. And stop. Well done, guys.